So in today's video, I'm going to be showing off a couple fights with my rank 4 Mr. Negative. A lot of these are going to be on the CCP beta. I did one on the live server close to the end of the video, but we're going to be just checking out a few matchups that I really like him for. And now obviously the main thing that's just going to kill Negative in competitive nodes is just the stupid unfazed mastery, but we can still at least see some really cool stuff that he does. Even outside of that, for like questing scenarios where obviously masteries don't exist. And if you ever take them to war, like you can use the photon synergy, which I used a lot in the past when I was playing 7-star rank 3 negative. So yeah, like there are definitely viable ways to make them work, even if it's not in BGs. And with the new A Big Thing season, you can bring a synergy partner, so you might want to bring Photon, then you can have a pretty cool fight with Negative and Photon on the team. But down goes Kindred there. Negative, like his primary things, placing degens and also having really good degen resist and regenning from degen, so it makes him very, very good for Kindred. Because you just reduce the damage you take from the degen and then regen a lot of it back yourself, which is pretty good. Now we're gonna go fight Nico here. Negative is really good for pretty much every Mystic Defender in the game, even Nico. This one you have to work a little bit more for, because like you still don't want to trigger Dex or trigger a heavy attack when she has the buff immunity on you. But if she places any buffs on you, just dash back to get rid of them, you know? It's pretty simple. And then we're just going to go ahead and drop my special 2 right here. And then she's going to die shortly after. So yeah, I'm just going to go for an evade right here. And then she's going to die right there. And she didn't even drop a special attack that whole fight, which is really awesome. 42-second fight. Really good. Now we're going to go fight Red Skull. Obviously, Negative being a primary degen damaging character, he doesn't care about Red Skull's armor and energy resist and crit resist and all that crap. So we're just going to go ahead and do some reparries, which is really good because obviously with Negative wanting to parry a lot, the stun immunity ain't that bad because you can just get reparries and then you just go through the fight getting more of your light energy. I need to make sure to not evade when he has the auto block because it counts as a light attack, so it would get auto blocked. For some reason it counts as that, but I can do this and then boom, special 2 dropped, and then we'll go for an evade here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dash back and do another evade and do some extra burst damage, and then Red Skull is just gone. So yeah, really quick and easy fight right there. And we're gonna move on to fight Enchantress now. I fought Enchantress a lot with Mr. Negative back in the day, probably early this year, when he was part of that war tactic and Enchantress was like always on the boss node. I used Mr. Negative for the boss node a lot, and so he has some pretty decent tools to counter her. Removing the Dex buff and other buffs just so you don't trigger MD sometimes is really good. Also, you can use your evade if you catch their dash attack as a free intercept. So like I think I do it right here, yeah. So that counts as an intercept, which is really good. I really like that about his counter evade. And that works for pretty much all counter evades if you catch their dash attack. So unfortunately, she dropped a special 1 there, so now she's reducing the degen damage a bit during the time. But I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple evades and get the burst damage to finish her off. So yeah, could have been a little bit quicker, but not too shabby by any means. Now we're going to go fight Sentinel. It's very similar to Red Skull. It's just like we break through all his armor and resistances because we're a degen damaging character. But also during the end of the fight, Negative's Petrifies are going to come in because Negative places 2 80% Petrifies on his special 2. Which is obviously going to give you a little bit of regen and power reversal. And that's going to be very good for Sentinel's final phase, of course, because that's when he's going to get the armors, and when the armors expire, he's going to get a bunch of power. So I'm going to go ahead and go for an evade here. And then special 2 is dropped, and the degens are just going to start cooking him down. Going to go ahead and do an evade here. The burst damage is a little bit less because of Sentinel's funny thing where he reduces instant burst damage, but yeah, as you can see there, he lost power when the armor expired, and then it's going to happen again, and yeah, it's a really good safety net for the final phase. So the last fight I'm going to show is Onslaught in this Epic of Pain quest. This is an interesting fight because Onslaught's going to be giving me energy resistance buffs, which is really good for negative because energy resistance buffs, or just buffs in general, are just going to fuel his fire because you can get the light energy from it, and it's really good. I'm going to mess up a lot at the start of the fight here, lose a lot of health, but it's going to be pretty chill. So like as you can see here, we haven't even parried, and just dashing through Onslaught Special 1 like that and getting some extra buffs from the node puts me at 12 dark energy already, which is really cool. So I'm going to do it again here, and we're going to get all that dark energy, or light, and then convert to dark. The light energy also, with his Sig ability, gives you energy resistance, so it makes those Neuros take a lot less, which is also very cool. As you can see, like one right there did like 55 per tick. Obviously you're not holding on to a lot of light energy at a time, which is a little annoying, but still pretty cool. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a slow fight for sure. Like, negatives damage isn't crazy or anything. It's very good for short fights, but you definitely don't feel as good in longer fights. And also there's Hurt Locker, so I can't even drop special 2s back to back. I have to weave in special 1s to not trigger Hurt Locker, which is definitely very frustrating, but not a big deal. I could have gone for special 3s, I guess, because that also does burst damage, but it just didn't feel worth it for the amount of bars of power. But also give me regen, which is really cool. You can regen a lot of health back after negative special 3, and also deal a lot of direct damage too, depending on the matchup. Like, this would be definitely a matchup where you want to do it, because you are getting plenty of both energies in the fight. So another special 2 there, this time with the Fury, so we're doing almost 13k per tick, which is really good. And then I drop a special 1, which does trigger the Power Sting, because I forgot about it, but it's not a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and build back up to 2 bars, use my evade here. I really like using his counter evade for openings. It's really great, kind of like how Lumentrix's evade is really good for openings. Obviously negatives you have to work a little bit more for, because you have to have the light energy somehow, but it's really fun. So Dex's special 1 again here, and yeah, like, we haven't parried once in this fight, and it's pretty cool that we can do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and Dex another special 1, of course, and the energy resistance keeps going up, which is awesome. Do the counter evade, which triggers the Power Sting on him as well, so I really love to see that. And another set of degens is placed, so now we're just continuing to drain his health. I wish those degens lasted a little bit longer. There's a synergy that you can use where you can pause them a little bit with Valkyrie, which is going to be pretty cool when Valkyrie comes out as a 7-star in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop another special 1 just for Hurt Locker. And then we're going to go ahead and anti-bait his special 1 for a second, and now I'm going to go ahead and try to get it out of him, because I just didn't want to convert it into dark energy. That's another thing I wish negative had, like, if you convert dark energy, like, refreshes the previous stacks. I feel like that would be really nice to give him. There are definitely some things that you could do to buff negative and make him really strong, like putting the photon synergy in the base kit. But I don't know, seems like Kabam's not too interested in buffing existing 7-stars right now, but hopefully in the future something like that could happen to negative. But as is, I really enjoy playing the character, and I'm probably going to be putting some more content out eventually. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this a little bit of an initial video, and I'll see you in the next one.